Welcome back, Voicelings. I am the expert master disaster, one and only boy, Searson of Australia, and we are here to learn about the mixes in Final Fantasy X. Now, I did this for Final Fantasy V a while back. At some point, I would like to put that practice in an actual run, because mixes in Final Fantasy V are broken. They're also very, very broken in this game. Now, I am using Forbidden Heck for this, so like, if I would go like, oh, I'm gonna go right here. If I were to hit this button, there we go. So, I have a little save state, so that I could go back and do this at any time. Makes it a lot easier, let me tell you. I also am using an older version of this because, I don't know. I don't know how. I guess I messed something up making it work with the newest version. I don't know, so I'm using the older version. So, Mix. Mix is Riku's Overdrive. You pick two things, and you mix them. So, unlike, say, Final Fantasy V, there is a crap ton of things to mix. I am doing this because I need to learn this. I actually need to learn this, and, there's so much stuff here, guys. There is so much stuff here. Give me a second. I need to make this window a little bit smaller so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Okay, give me a second. Let me check something here. Can I do something about the window size? 1080 by 720. That should be good. There we go, 1080 by 720. That's a lot better. I can actually, you know, see stuff now. So, 1080 by 720. That's what we want. I think this, the window format's supposed to be anyways. I think. So, anyways, I have a table over here. This table is very big. Let me see if I can show you the table. Give me just a second. I want to show you this because I want you to see the absurdity of this freaking table. So give me just a second. Because let me tell you, this is absurd. It's very absurd. Okay, yeah, I can show this. So, you can see just how absurd it is. Look at all these combinations. Look at all of these combinations. There is a ridiculous amount of combinations. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. It just keeps going. There are 10 pages of this. Sorry, 11 pages of this. 11 bloody pages. But we're gonna try to see if we can't find the more optimal ones. So for example, let's take a look. Ultra Potion. It looks like the best way to do Ultra Potion is Potion plus Potion. So, what does Ultra Potion do? That is the question. Ultra Potion restores all HP to all party members. So let's see. Potion and Potion. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's like a very easy way to get full recovery. I don't know Like, that's not a bad way to fully heal if you really need it. Is it a good use of Riku's Overdrive? It depends on the situation, but I feel like you're gonna be better off doing, you know, like, I'm gonna go White Magic, then, you know... Well, I guess you can't heal. I mean, you can just use Mega Potions. Mega Potions is a lot better to use than that. Alright, so the next thing we're gonna look at is... Panacea. I mean, we don't really need Panacea. What's the good way to get Panacea? Antidote and Potion. Okay, so, like, Potion seems to be very good for a lot of things, so... Potion and Antidote. That's an AoE. That is an AoE. So Panacea cures Berserk, Confusion, Curse, Blind, Petrified, Poison, Silence, Sleep, Slow, and Zombie. That's not bad if you need emergency recovery. But honestly, again, you can just use like Asuna with characters. Unless you really, really need to cure all of those statuses at once. Which, I mean, if you need to cure all those statuses at once, you should probably, invest in some, like, status perhaps in armor. Or, you know, don't fight Malboros. Never fight Malboros. The next one we're gonna look at is Ultra Cure. So let me see if I can find Ultra Cure. Where is Ultra Cure on this list? It's kinda hard to find everything on this list. Is there a good way of getting Ultra Cure? I see Super Elixir. Hey, are you around? Where is Ultra Cure on this list? Ultra Cure, just Ultra Potion. Lots of Ultra Potions. A lot of Final Elixirs. How do you make Ultra Cure? Oh. You can do Sleeping Powder with a Power Distiller. Is Power Distiller even a thing in, no, that's like an international and HD remake version. That's for that's for like all the distillers. And Alphabet Potion. So Alphabet Potion might actually be a better idea to use here. Since you had to get Alphabet Potions a lot. I'm looking to see what would be the best thing. I mean, Sleeping Powder's not a bad thing to use. But you're probably gonna have to, like, steal a bunch of those. You can also use it with, you can't use it with, Alphabet Potion for some of these. But you can use it for all four distillers. So Sleeping Powder, Dream Powder, Silence Grenade, Smoke Bomb, Voice Fang, Silver Hourglass, Gold Hourglass, Candle of Life, Petrified Grenade. It seems like it's most of the status flints and status buffs. Well, I mean, Turbo Wing, Turbo Feather, Healing Spring. There's a few ways of doing it with the Distiller. What's the Distiller, like, what's the Distiller do again? Where is the Distiller? Oh! No, these were the original. This is what the extracts were in the original, I think. So you can use, like, a Power Distiller with Sleeping Powder. So Ultra Cure does the same thing as Panacea, but it restores 50% max HP. like, if you're able to use that, I would go with that over, Ultra Cure, or, Ultra Potion and, Panacea. It's a combination of the two, and it's not like it's hard to get this stuff, I think. And it's only with the distillers, and if you're using Albed Potions, if you don't have the distillers, you can just use Albed Potions instead with these, items for the most part. So that's like a very, very solid to use of that ability if you need recovery. Mega Phoenix revives all KO party members with full HP. Is that like... Is that an item? Mega Phoenix? I don't think it revives everyone with full HP, though. So this is like a better version of the item. Alright, so... Let's see, Mega Phoenix. You can do Phoenix down and Potion. Wow. Potion is very, versatile. Okay. I mean, not gonna lie, that's a very useful ability if you need it. Since a full HP, a full revive with full HP, that's very damn good. And you can also do that with, like, Phoenix Down, High Potion, Phoenix Down, X Potion, Mega Potion. Or you can do double Phoenix Down. If you don't have any of that, double Phoenix Down works just as well. Or you could use, like, Phoenix Down with the power with any of the distillers or, Albed Potion, Healing Water, etc., etc. So there's a better Phoenix called Final Phoenix. Revives all characters with full HP and restores all HP. So Final Phoenix. Can you get? Nope, you can't get with a Phoenix Down. You need a Mega Phoenix and a it's a Mega Phoenix with the same stuff basically as the Phoenix Down. It restores all HP. It says full revive, full HP heal. That's really damn good. That's like if you're able to afford that with a Mega Phoenix, you might as well use that over the use Final Phoenix if you can afford it over Mega Phoenix. I mean, Mega Phoenix is fine. Final Phoenix is only if you're in desperate need and, you know, you're trying to not die. Alright, so we get Elixir. I mean, Elixir is Elixir. How you get Elixir? How do you get Elixir? That is the question. Elixir. I see a bunch of Mega Elixir. How the hell can you get regular Elixir? You don't want to make it easy for you to get regular Elixir for some reason. You're joking, right? No way that's how you get Elixir. There's no way, bro. So, there's like only one way of getting Elixir, and it's kind of a bad way. So the Elixir one is kind of super bad. So in order to use Elixir, it only works with the power, mana, speed, and ability sphere. And you can only get with Soft Eye Drop's Echo Screen. That's kind of bad, just because of the combinations that you need. I mean, Soft Echo Screen, all of that's not hard to get, but like having to use these things when you need them to level up your stats and stuff seems pretty bad. Is it just random? Also, is that just random? Let me see if that's random. There's no way that's random, right? No, it only works on Riku. Wow. Okay, that's not worth it. Don't even use that one. You don't need that one. Elixir it's garbage. It's actually trash. That is so trash. Alright, let me look at Mega Elixir. So, it is off of Elixir mostly. I'm also seeing it off of Shining Gem and Blessed Gem. Ooh. So, this might be a good one to do. So, you're probably going to have a bunch of grenades. So, you're probably going to have a bunch of grenades. What's my grenade? Grenade. What do you think works with grenade? Grenade can actually mix into, Mega Elixir. You can also use, Frag Grenade. You can use, Dream Powder, Silence Grenade, Smoke Bomb, Savage Gem, Shining Gem, Blessed Gem. You can also use some of those with, a weaker version, but like, for this, you know what? Actually, I feel like let's not use the grenade. Grenade's good if you have X potions. If you have the X potions or Mega potions, you can use grenade. Or elixir, but don't use the elixir. I would recommend either the sleeping powder, like a lot of items, a lot of status items. So let's go with sleeping powder, because sleeping powder is pretty common, right? So, if you use sleeping powder with a high potion, you get Mega Elixir. So, you just get free HP MP full heal by combining a sleeping powder with a high potion. That's pretty good. That's honestly very, very good. That's very powerful. Now, what if it also gives a better ability, called the Super Elixir? Let me see if there's a good way of getting this. I'm seeing it from Mega Elixir. I see it with Hextra Elemental. A lot of these are with Elixir, so you may have to use Elixir in order to, do this. Now, I've seen mostly elixirs with, like, a status on, like, sleep powder, dream powder, etc., etc. I'm not seeing a good way of doing this without elixir. Okay, so, no, that's a bad use of that. You can do it with antidotes and stuff, but it requires, like, level 1 key spears, like the key spears, the attribute spears, etc. It might not be worth it for that. Is there really no good way of getting this? There's healing water. Ah, this might be a good one. Healing water, I bet you could get relatively easily. I think. Oh, this may actually work. Actually, this might be a good one to do. You can do this with healing water. You can also do this with, remedy. It looks like it works with both of those. So, healing water and remedy with the status item. So, I don't know which one is, easier to get. We're gonna go with the remedy. So, remedy with, say, where is it? Sleeping powder. Super elixir. So it looks like a mega elixir. However, it's also a panacea. It does the same thing as panacea. So if you're able to use this over ultra elixir, or what was it called? over Ultra Cure. This is a better Ultra Cure. It's just a way better Ultra Cure. So that is a very good healing. Use this over Ultra Cure if you're able to. Again, it's with Remedy or Healing Water with a whole bunch of status items. So like, you know, Sleep Powder, Dream Powder, Silence Grenade, Far Flame Shadow, etc, etc. Very, very good. Very good. Alright, so there is an even better one called the Final Elixir, which does the same thing. And it revives all KO'd allies with full HP, and it always breaks the damage limit. So Final Elixir. That's gonna be a Huffy. I see Far Flame Wind with Healing Water. That might be the easiest way of doing that. What is this called? Final Elixir? Wow, you can't even do that with a Mega Elixir. I see it with Shining Gem's Shadow Gem, or Shining Gem, Blessed Gem, Supreme Gem. Wait. I see a lot of it requires Mega Elixir, which makes sense. But is there an easier way of doing this? It's Dark Matter. You don't want to do that with Dark Matter. Hey, are you alive? You can do it with the Attribute Spears. Do you want to do it with the Attribute Spears? I mean, by the time you get over here at Calmlands, I think you can buy, like, Return Spears and Clear Spears. So, if you're able to afford those, you can use those. So, let's say that you get those. I'm looking to see if there's any better way of doing Final Elixir. I don't think there really is. Outside of use like Mega Elixir. I see Far Flame Wind and Healing Water. That might be a way of doing it. Is that really the only good way of doing Final Elixir? That might be the only good way of doing Final Elixir is like Healing Wind and Far Flame Shadow. Yeah, I see Far Flame Wind Hector Elemental works for Final Elixir as well. Let's say that Healing Wind and Far Flame Shadow is our go-to. Let's say that that's the easiest thing to do. You probably won't get access to this, like, until late game. So, what was it? Healing Wind and Far Flame Shadow. Let me see if I can find it. Healing Wind and Far Flame Shadow. Or is it Far Flame Wind? It's the Far Flame Wind or Far Flame Shadow? I gotta find out now. Healing Water. And it's Far Flame Wind. Okay, so Far Flame Wind and Healing Water. Healing Water. Healing Water. Healing Water. Has anyone seen my Healing Water? Has anyone seen my Healing Water? Has anyone seen my Healing Water? There it is. Final Elixir. So that's Final Elixir. It is just a better version of Super Elixir. It's a little harder to use, I think, because I don't think you could get Far Flame Winds or Healing Waters that easily earlier in the game. I could be mistaken. If you can, Final Elixir is very good. But ultimately, I feel like if you're gonna use anything, Mega Elixir or Super Elixir is fine enough. Super Elixir only use if you really need the status recovery. Otherwise, Final Elixir is fine. If you need, like, AoE Revive, you can use, the Mega Phoenix, which, I mean... Or if you need, like, the healing, you can also use Final Phoenix, but, like, ultimately, you don't really need, like, Ultra Potion, Panacea, or Ultra Cure. And you don't really want to use Elixir. Elixir's not that great. So, out of the healing abilities, Mega Phoenix, Final Phoenix, Mega Elixir, and Super Elixir are the best ones you can use. Final Elixir is good if you really need it for, like, the super bosses, but you really shouldn't need it for the super bosses. Now, with that, we're gonna go to the null all spells. Let's see, what are they at? They're like that, okay. So let's start with null all, which, I mean, is very basic. I gotta see if I can find it in this giant list. Where is it? How can you do regular null all? That's a good question. Is it like something stupid? It's gonna be something stupid, isn't it? Hello? What's the regular null all? How does one do regular null? Yeah, this is the international version. I'm not using the HD remaster version. Where the hell is regular null all? Huh? Hey! Oh, never mind. I see it. So it's either with Phoenix down or Potion with like the elemental items. So like with like Ice Gem and Earth Wind, etc., etc. So let's go with like Bomb Fragment. No long. And it only works on Riku. It's not worth it. That's kind of crap. That is a bad mix. So let's look for Mega Null. How do you do Mega Null? Oh, so it's the same items, but with a High Potion, X Potion, Mega Potion, or Mega Phoenix. So High Potion and like, you know, say like Bomb Fragment. And that gives it the whole party. That's actually not terrible. I mean, it gives you one free hit from said elements. That could be useful if you need, like, the elemental, immunities, but, like, I don't think it's really that worth it. You can just cast, like, the, null spell, and, you know, with all three characters, you'll have 3 of the 4, so it's not really that useful. Thinking about it, it's not that great. So that's not really that useful. Now, this one is actually damn useful. Hyper Null All. How do we get Hyper Null All? I'm gonna throw this to you hate in Discord. Actually, I'll throw it right here for you guys. Here's the link to the mix page. It's in the Wayback Machine. If you want to help me find some of these that are easier to do, feel free. Well, what's it called? Hyper Null All. That's what I'm looking for, is Hyper Null All. Hyper Null All. What is the best way of doing Hyper Null All? Because Hyper Vitality. Hyper Null All. Did you find it on a different site? Look at the curtain. Mana, Stamina, Hablet. Oh, you found a different site. Okay. Let me open that. I will open that and I will... Let's see. Apparently, it decided to not give me, There we go. Nice, okay, so the most common... That's exactly what I was looking for. The most common ways of doing these. Alright. So yeah, going back to some ones like ultra potions, like potion, or potion with, okay, so it's potion plus potion, high potion, mega potion, X potion. Okay, this is exactly what I needed. So, elixir, yeah, make elixir, potion plus elixir, plus gem, signing gem, bark, link sour, mana screen, plus power spear. Okay. Some of those are very nice. You can buy the map, can't you? I think you're actually able to buy maps, so you can just use the healing screen with that. Okay. What, you're gonna go to sleep now? Hypernolo. So Lunar Curtain with the springs. Where's the Lunar Curtain? Lunar Curtain. Lunar Curtain? With... I actually don't know at what point you get all of this stuff here. I feel like, I mean, you get Lunar Light Curtains early on, I feel, like around, Thunder Flames. I don't know when you get, like, these things. I feel like you get these, kinda a little bit later. Ultra Nolo. That was Ultra Nolo. That was not Hyper Nolo. So Ultra Nolo is the better version of Hyper Nolo. It gives you all 4 null spells and all the stat boosts times 5. So Cheer, Focus, Reflex, Luck. It gives you all of that times 5. It's a damn good ability. Hyper Nolo is a weaker version of that. I just accidentally did the wrong thing there. So you want, the Soul Spring. So, let's try that again. Lunar Curtain. With, not the Healing Spring. You want, like, Mana, Stamina, Soul. These 4 items right here is what you want. So, Mana, Stamina, Soul, and, yeah. So that's Hypernolo. All Hypernolo does, it does the same thing, gives you 4 null spells, all 4 of the null spells, and it gives you times 5 Zero Focus. Honestly, if you can use Ultra Nolo, use Ultra Nolo. It's just better. And that one might be a lot easier to use. Well, no, Hypernolo is still good. It's a lot easier to use, but Ultra Nolo I would highly recommend, especially for tougher bosses. If you want Ultra Nolo, you can just do what I did, which is Lunar Curtain with the, what did I do Lunar Curtain with? What did I do Lunar Curtain with? With the, Healing Spring. That works. Or you do Lunar Curtain with, or, Chocobo Feather, or Chocobo Wing with the Healing Water, or Extra Element. Honestly, I would probably do that with the Healing Water. You probably get a bunch of Chocobo Feather and Chocobo Wings around this point in the game, I think. So yeah, Ultra Nolo, definitely worth using in big boss fights. Just for the times 5 stat moves. Vitality. Vitality is High Potion plus High Potion. High Potion plus High Potion. You can't even choose who gets it. So all that does is it goes to max HP of one character. I mean, it's not bad. It's just that you can't control who gets it, so it's kind of bad by default. If you're gonna use that, go with the Mega Vitality. I would say use the potion with a stamina tablet. Where is it? I think you get these like later in the game though. I'm not sure. So this doubles the HP of the higher party. I think you can also get these from the Monster Arena as reward. So get who capturing stuff. I feel like a lot of these are actually going to be like something you can't even do until like very end of the game. Like you get the airship, and you only get to use the airship after you finish Sanarkin. So the only real thing you're really going to get to use these on is like a final dungeon, effectively. I mean, you can still, you know, you can probably get some good stuff before the airship. I just don't know what, because I don't know where you can get all these items. So that was what? That was Mega Vitality. Hyper Vitality's even better. So you're gonna be using like a potion and a stamina tonic. So potion and stamina tonic. Wow, who would have thought it would have been with a stamina? Oh, that's for the... Okay, so this is going to be much later. So what this does is it doubles the max HP of the higher party, and it gives you Seer times 5. So that's really good. That's very good. Mana! Mana is going to be Ether plus Potion. So Potion and Ether. Can you guess what it does? I'll give you one guess as to what Mana does. Yes! It doubles the max MP of one character. Wow! Now, if you wanna use the Mega person, you do Turbo Ether instead. So that's gonna be for the higher party. Now that's assuming you don't have like the stamina Thingamabob or the mana tonic, which, you know, if you have the mana tonic, you might as well use that. And there is the hyper mana, which is gonna be the mana tablet. And we're gonna go with Potion. Potion's honestly really good for mixing. So yeah, if you have like the mana tonic, you might as well use that. But you can just use this if you don't have that. So it doubles the max MP for your higher party, and it gives you 5 stacks of focus. Very good if you're very magic based. Next, Mighty Wall. Mighty Wall, huh? Is Mighty Wall actually worth using? So, you can use this with either the Antidote. Well, you can do this with Soft plus Lunar Curtain, or you can do Antidote plus Lunar Light and Star. You're probably gonna have Lunar and Light early also. I realized I did not pick an Antidote. I went with a Potion. So Lunar. So Mighty Wall gives you Protected Cell on the higher party. That's not that bad, really, I feel. It gives you, like, defense get right there again without having to spend a whole bunch of turns doing protect and sell on the entire party. Not bad. And it's fairly cheap, honestly. Like, an antidote with a lunar curtain or light curtain. Honestly, you know, yeah, thinking about the only way you could use the, like, light curtain, lunar curtains, I don't think you could use an item, right? No. So you do need, you can spend 2 turns with Riku, or, like, one with Riku, one with Kimari, because Kimari's probably going to go down the Riku path, and use 1 light and 1 lunar. Now, that's just 2 items, 2 turns. You don't really need to do that with Riku. Save Riku's limit for something better. For example, you can use something called, Super Maiji. Or, yeah. Or, Maiji. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Maiji is Power Distiller with, any of the other distiller. Oh, really? So you can just be like, Power and Mana. Wow. So that's Protect, Sell, and Haste of the entire party. That's not bad. And I think you can get these distillers. Can you buy them? I think you can buy them here at the Calm Land. So that's honestly a really solid option at this point in the game. Protect, Sell, and Haste all at once. That's pretty good. And then there's Super Maiji, which is Protect, Sell, Haste, and 20 turns of regen to everyone. So, how do you get Super Maiji? Really? So, Super Maiji is hilarious. So it's Lunar Light or Star Curtain, and you use a Bomb Core. That's it. Or you could use a Fire Gem with a Lunar Curtain, but I wouldn't do that. Or, you know, yeah. So, that's actually really good if you could get the Bomb Core. Remember, Protect, Sell, Haste, get 20 turns of regen. Pretty damn strong as a defensive option. But, what if I told you there is Hyper Maiji, which is even better. It gives you Protect, Sell, Haste, 20 turns of regen, and Auto Life. Very, very strong. How you get that? Ooh, this one's a little bit harder. You need to get some, like, Underdog Secret, Gambler Spirit, Pendulum, and Door and Hamaru, which is, like, all stuff that you get from here in the arena. Light Curtain plus Underdog Secret or Gambler Spirit is one of the better ways of doing this. But that's still kinda, because those are, like, all stuff you have to do arenas for. What was it? Underdog Secret. And honestly, like, it's not bad. Protect, Sell, Haste, Regen, and Auto Life is honestly pretty good. I don't know if you want to... I mean, it depends on what you find. It might be very good when you find, like, a final boss or some of these super bosses, but, like... I don't know. I feel like it's not really needed, especially with how much, resources you need in order to get all of the stuff, you know? So it's probably not super great. Freedom! So Freedom, is an Ether plus Mega Phoenix, Remedy, or Farplay Win. I think Ether plus Remedy is probably the best one, so Ether with a Remedy. So what this does, it gives you no MP cost. That's pretty good. Free MP cost, very, very good. Now with that said, why use Freedom when you can use Freedom X, which is even better? The problem there is you need Twin Stars. twin stars with potion is the best thing you can do, but, yeah, you need twin stars, and I feel like you get that very late in the game. Like, super late in the game. But it gives your higher party no MP cost. Just proof of point, see? No MP cost. And as you can see, he's not using anything that has no MP cost. That's a pretty solid option if you don't want to put on no MP cost on a weapon, but like... On the flip side, it's not hard to put 1 MP cost on a weapon. And honestly, 1 MP cost is probably better. I don't think you can put no MP cost on a weapon. I think 1 MP cost is the best. And honestly, you're probably going to be doing that anyway. Hero Drink. Hero Drink. That is, potion with a Luck Spear, Fortune Spear, or Designer Wallet. That's honestly pretty bad. You're probably gonna do that with, like, a Designer Wallet, if I'm being honest, but, like, that's all very bad choices. Where is the Designer Wallet? They're all kind of very bad choices. All this does is, it guarantees critical hits for 1 party member. Not really that great. Miracle Drink does it for the higher party, and if you want to do that, you use an Ether or Turbo Ether with a Luck Spear, Fortune... Well, Turbo Ether with Luck Fortune Spear, or Ether with a Luck Spear and, Designer Wallet. So, honestly, I feel like this isn't really worth it. This is kind of a waste. Like, automatic criticals is very good, but, like, I'm gonna be real. You have better uses for Riku's, Overdrive than that. For example, Quarter of 9. How do you do that? No, seriously, when do you get to do this? Yeah, Bomb Core is the easiest way of doing this with Amulet, Pendulum, Magor, Hamaro. So Bomb Core with, like... I think Pendulum and Amulet are all, stuff you get from Ballerina from here. Yeah, I think these are all from Monster Arena. But what this does is it makes all of your hacks and healing and whatnot do 9,999 damage. With that said, Trio of 999 exists, which does 9999 damage, which allows the higher party to do 9999 damage or healing. This one's a little bit harder to do. You need Dort and Hamaru with Wings of Discovery, Underdog Secret, or Gambler Spirit, or 2 Gambler Spirit. So if you have 2 Gambler Spirit, you can just do that. If I can find it. So this is how you break the game, is if you get this. How do you get Gambler Spirit? That's a good question. Let's find out. How does one get Gambler Spirit? You can scale it from Capacity, Earth Ear, Greater Spear, Nestlug, Omega Weapon, Sinryu, Bubin, Ultimate Buster. It's one where only... So they're all from, yeah, the game's chugging because I have, I keep going to, different halves. So they're all, arena fights. What's the easiest way to get, you know what? Hold on. Easiest way to get Gambler Spirit FF10. So, the easiest way of getting this is to steal it from Omega Weapon, which is an Omega room, meaning you're not going to be able to do this until end game. That's like the only way you're going to do this is at end game. That's kind of not great. Unless you could just get Sin Ryu, but like, yeah, that's not great. So you can do this and beat the game, end of the game super fast, but like, man, that's, it's not as good as I thought it was gonna be. It's kind of terrible, actually, because by that point, you're probably gonna be doing a whole bunch of, stat grinding anyways. So, the mix is, like, not gonna be useful at that point of the game. More than likely, unless you're trying to, you know, blitz the end game. That's the only time. It's not bad, don't get me wrong, but like, I think you're gonna be better than, you know, that. Give me just a second, I need to go back to my next page. Next we have Hotspurs. Hotspurs. Wow, this is kind of terrible. You need, like, Stamina Tonic with Shining Gem or Mega Phoenix, Elixir with a Clear Spear, or Shining Gem with a Mana Tonic. So, Stamina Spear or Shining Gem with a Mana. I somehow missed the game window. Ah! Shining Gem with a Mana Tonic. Really? Shining Gem with a Mana Tonic? So all this does is increase... Was that for the higher party? So it increases the overdrive gauge fill-up rate by 50%. It does stack with eccentric, so you can get like times, with triple overdrive, you now get times 9 rate, which is very good for abusing limit breaks or overdrives, but like, that seems not worth it. How you get eccentric? Make Elixir with a defense, strength, max defense, or max spear. Really? That seems like a waste. That seems like a really big waste. I mean, it's just double your overdrive gauge fill up, but like, that seems like a massive waste. What if I throw a ball? Right, I don't know how I get my overdrives in this right now. But yeah, like, I don't know, dude, that doesn't seem very good. If I'm to be honest, that seems kind of bad. So out of all the enhancing ones, Hyper Nolo and Ultra Nolo are very good. Mega Vitality and Hyper Vitality are very good. If you can't do Hyper Vitality, just stick with Mega Vitality. But if you're doing Mega Vitality, you should just use a Stamina Tonic. And if you need the MP, just use Mana Tonic. Unless you really, really want the Cheer times 5 as well from Hyper Vitality, or the Focus times 5 from Hyper Mana. Super Mighty G is amazing. I would recommend that if you need, like, all the buffs ever. Otherwise, Mighty G is fine enough if you don't need a regen. Freedom and Hero Drink, not really worth it. Court of 9 and Trio of 999 are very situational, I feel. Court of 9 would be only on Riku at the time, but like, you're not gonna get the Amulet or Pendulum or Door Hamaru unless you do like Ballerina. And by the time you do that, I feel like you're pretty much gonna be done with the game anyway. So hold on, let me check the monster arena. Let me see what the rewards are there. I want to see what happens when you get rewards. Like, if you get X amount of stuff, that's the shop. Okay. So, if you do Arena Conquest, okay, so if you capture at least one of every enemy in each area, if you capture one of each, yeah, so you need the airship for this, meaning this is kind of useless. Unless, let's look at, Calmland. So, Farplane Wind. You could get, 60 Farplane Winds. That's pretty nice. But that's not gonna give you the Court of 9. Capture the Stolen Faith is 40 Silver Hourglass. Mount Gakasat gives you the Blossom Crown. Sin gives you 99 Lunar Curtains. And Omega's Dungeon gives you 60 Designer Wallets. Which isn't that easy because that place sucks. Let's look at Species Conquest. So you gotta capture like 3 or 4 of each enemy type in the game, which also requires you to have an airship, so you're not really gonna get much use out of this. You're just not. And original, I think, is to just capture all of, no, this is to, if you breed specific enemies in the area and species, you get rewards. Catastrophe, you can get 99, Door Hamaru. So you need to break at least 6 things in the Arena Conquest. So you need... So the problem here, again, you need the airship to do this. And the only dungeons really left when you get an airship is Sin and the Omega Dungeon. Omega Ruins. So, yeah, you can get use out of 9999 before you do any grinding, but like... At that point, you might as well just grind. It's not hard to grind because cactuars aren't really that hard to kill. You know? So, I mean, I don't know. Like, it's very powerful, and it makes sense that you get at end game. But I feel like, I hear about these abilities so much that it's like, do people know how to get these earlier than I'm thinking of? Like, they have to know how to get these earlier than I'm thinking of. Like, there's something I'm not knowing here. Alright, so, the next thing we're gonna do is Grenade. Which is, you mix, like, say, 2 of any of these, low-level items, like a Bone Fragment and Anarch Wind. Wow! 6 damage! So, it's not affected by stats or buffs. That's not really a good use of the ability whatsoever. That's a very bad use. Now, if you want something that's a little bit more useful, let's do this. Let's do a, I don't have a mix for this. What the hell? How do I do Frag Grenade? Hey! How do I do Frag Grenade? I need Frag Grenade. No! Oh no! Where's my frag grenade? I need my frag grenade! Please! Please! Where is my frag grenade? I need my frag grenade! I need to sew off a frag grenade! No, seriously, where's the frag grenade? Frag grenade? Frag. Frag, frag, frag. Frag, 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 frag. Frag, 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 frag. Frag, frag, frag. It's an iron? What? What do you mean it's an iron? I have it listed here as a mix. It's listed as a mix on this page. What do you mean? Oh, there it is. Oh. Okay, that's kind of terrible. Okay, so if you want to use frag grenade, you have to use like powers. You gotta use like these spears. So what that does is it does small damage and armor break. So if you want AoE armor break, that's not a bad use of that. It's not a bad use, but like you are using up spears, so you know. But if you want armor break before you get armor break, well, no, you probably should have armor break at that point. Next, we're gonna do pineapple. Oh, I see that this person probably messed things up. Yeah, I think this site messed things up. So what we're gonna do is we are going to get a power spear. Where's my power spear? And we're gonna mix it with, you know, the most powerful item in existence, the map. Pineapple. So it didn't do it there, but what it does is it does damage, non-elemental damage, and it does blind, silence, and sleep for 3 turns. So that's a pretty good ability, and it hits all enemies. Wait, that was pineapple. Sorry, that does medium damage to all enemies. I'm stupid. I was reading the wrong thing. It just does medium damage. So let's look at, say, the Potato Masher. Potato Masher, which is the distiller's and the rename card. So we're not gonna get to use this until much later, but what's the rename card? I wish to rename you, sir. You shall be renamed dead when I find it. I will rename you. Where is it? That's a pineapple. That was a pineapple. That was a pineapple, guys. That was a pineapple, guys. Let's try it with the map. That's also a pineapple. What the hell? The site is wrong on how to do Potato Masher. The site is completely wrong on how to do Potato Masher. They don't know how to mash potatoes, man. It's not that hard to mash potatoes. Like, gosh, you just hang something, you just crush it to death. That's how you mask potatoes. Not that I know. I don't, you know, I don't do cooking. I don't cook, okay? Okay? Is there something wrong with that? Are you gonna make fun of me? Don't make fun of me. You don't want to do that. What? You're telling me it's map plus map? It's who maps? What? Who maps? Bro. It's that easy to just do that? Can't you buy maps? Because if you could just buy maps, that's like a stupidly powerful, overdrive. That hits all enemies, by the way. That's honestly really strong if you can do that early in the game. Bro, that is really strong. Like, I might have to test that out on the HD version just to see just how dumb that is. That's very strong. Alright, so, let's see, Blaster Mine. How do I get Blaster Mine? Grenade with antidote. Simple enough. So that's a very simple one. Where's my grenade? Very good damage, honestly. So, Blaster Mine does small damage and blind silence and sleep for 3 turns. That's why I said earlier for pineapple, I was wrong. Alright, so that's not bad. That's pretty good for doing debilitating effects, especially on bosses, if you want to just take them out. But, wow, okay, yeah, you can just... I'm gonna have to check that on, like, the HD version to see if that's worth using that early on. I don't even know if I have that many maps. I probably didn't buy that many maps. Hazardous Cell. Grenade with healing water. Okay. Grenade with the healing water. That might be a little bit trickier because I don't remember when you get healing water. What's my healing water? Why can I never find my healing water? Yep, there we go. Hazardous Cell. Damn, that's a lot of damage. So, on top of doing medium damage, that's apparently medium, it also does poison, blind, silence, and sleep for 4 rounds. That is pretty strong. Okay, that's not bad, that's not bad. How about Calamity Bomb? Grenade, oh. This one is not going to be viable, I feel. Grenade or frag grenade with Master Spear, Attribute Spear, Level 3 Spear, or Level 4 Spear. It might be best with the Level 3 Spear. It might be best with the Level 3 Spear, honestly. But that sounds pretty bad. Because it's not easy to get this stuff early on. That's some good damage. Here's the thing though, that hits all enemies. And it does full break, poison, blind, silence, and sleep for 5 rounds. So it is very strong, but like... Level 3 key spears, level 4 key spears, master spear, and attribute spear. That's not exactly a good combination of stuff to use. Alright, so Cluster Bomb. This one's also pretty bad. Blessed Gem or Signing Gem with a Bomb Spear or Bomb Fragment. Or, you know, not Bomb Spear, Bomb Core. What was it? Signing? Blessed or Signing? cluster bomb. I mean, it does a lot of damage. That's all it does, is just a lot of damage. So, I mean, is that really worth it? For sacrificing a blessed gem or signing gem? I mean, I feel like those are better. I think blessed gem does holy and signing does ultima. I don't know, it might actually be better than using those. Because that is a lot of damage. In all honesty. And next we're gonna have Hellboy, which is Supreme Gem with Bone Core, Ball Fragment, Fire Gem, or Electro Marble. So I need a Supreme Gem, which I don't know if that's worth it. I think that's actually Ultima. I think this is Holy, this is Ultima, and I don't know what Signing Gem does. Oh boy. I mean, it breaks the damage limit. That is really good. What the hell does, let's see what, Signing Gem does. I think that's Flare. Hello! We are learning about the mixes in Final Fantasy N, which is gonna be very important. Alright, so Chaos Grenade, is that the next one? Chaos Grenade is the next one. So Chaos Grenade is grenade with HP Spear, MP Spear, Defense Spear, or Strength Spear. What was it? Grenade with those, huh? Really? I don't know if that's actually worth it. Let's go with the HP. Damn. That is a lot of damage, though. So on top of that damage for all enemies, it also does full break, slow, poison, blind, silence, and sleep for 8 rounds. I mean, that's not bad. It's honestly pretty solid. But the fact that you have to use, what do you mean that didn't work? Well, this enemy is also immune to, like, the statuses, but, the fact that you have to use those spears is kinda not that great, I feel. Alright, so next, let's look at Mega Burst. Mega Burst might actually be, good, maybe. Shadow Gem with the Distillers. I don't know when you get Shadow Gems. That's the problem. When do you get the Shadow Gems? I think Shadow Gem is a dummy. What does this do? He's immune to gravity, by the way. He's immune to gravity. So, what it does is, it reduces HP by 3 cores. So it does an extra core, HP worth of damage. Black Hole, similarly, is like that. You also need a Master Spear, Warp Spear, Pendulum, or Amulet with the, Shadow Gem to do Black Hole. So I am going to go with, let's go with, say, a Pendulum. Black Hole. I mean, it's not gonna work, but Black Hole does reduces HP by 15/16 of their current HP, so not bad. But I'll be real. Mega Burst and Black Hole are kinda useless. I feel like if you're gonna use something that's gonna do damage. I don't think using gravity attacks in normal fights is good. And most bosses are immune to gravity. Now Sunburst might be a good option, but you're not gonna be able to use this until like end game. Underdog Secret plus either Underdog Secret, Winning Formula, Gambler Spirit, or use a Winning Formula and Gambler Spirit. So let's use Winning Formula and Gambler Spirit. If I can find him in this list. Winning Formula and Gambler Spirit. Sunburst will do exactly 19,998 damage. It will always do that much damage, no matter what. However, unless you get these items through the arena or monster, you know, the monster arena rewards, I don't feel like it's worth using. Because by that point, you might have great damage limit, and you're probably grinding enough to get your damage that high. More than likely. I mean, if you're not, that's still a very good use for Riku, but keep in mind, you can also use those for customizing weapons or armor, so take it as you will. We're just looking at what Riku can do. So, out of all the non-elemental stuff, Frag Grenade's not bad. Blaster Mine's pretty good. Hazardous Cell is also pretty good. Pineapple's amazing. Potato Master and Cluster Bomb are both pretty damn good. Honestly, Potato Master might be broken. Because map plus map. If you're not doing enough damage early on in the game, that's probably your go-to damage for Riku. Not gonna lie. Unless you're hitting elemental weakness. But map plus map is so cheap that it's like, you might as well use that for damage. And it hits all enemies. So, you know, that's very good. Everything else is kinda not that great for when you get them. Again, Black Hole and Naked Burst are kinda useless. Sunburst and Chaos Grenade you get at the end of the game, and that's not really gonna help you very much, I feel. Homeboy is also very end game, which, I mean, it's very good damage, but at the same time, you could be doing, like, you know, instead of using the damage mixes, you could do, like, Trio of 9999, you could do Hyper Mighty G, probably, you could do Super Mighty G, you could do, Hyper Nolo, Ultra Nolo, you could do things like Super Elixir. They're not that great. Now let's take a look at the fire stuff. So Heat Blaster, which is Ball Fragment and Antidote. So that's easy enough. Antidote with a Ball Fragment. Very easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not bad early in the game, especially if you're able to hit elemental weakness. Now with that said, you could use Heat Blaster, but if you're able to... Oh. Okay, so Heat Blaster is probably the best option you have for early on. Firestorm, if you're able to get a Fire Gem, you can mix them with, like, say, an Echo Screen. Fire Gem is gonna be much later on, though. Firestorm. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 explosions. Ha ha ha. That's not bad. I don't know when you get Fire Gems, though, so take that as you will. And then you get Burning Soul, which requires Bomb Fragment with HP, Master Spear, Level 3 Spear, or Level 4 Spear. So let's go with the Level 3 Spear with a Bomb Fragment. Level 3 spear. Let's go level 3 spear. Level 3. Burning soul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 hits. Fire gems for Pyrobolos, Grenade, Flame for Land. It sounds like it's pretty late in the game. Pyrobolos is from, is that on Mount Gagaset? Like, it sounds like it's Mount Gagaset. Or is that Grenade? I mean, some of these is hard to tell where they're at, just for the name, but like, it might be useful, I don't know. I actually don't use Riku's mixes that much, so that's why I'm trying to learn this stuff. Like, is it actually viable throughout the game? Like, it's honestly very good. It is very, very powerful. There's very powerful effects. Like, Hyper Mighty G is, or, Hyper Nolo and Super Nolo, or, like, amazing. Or Ultra Nolo, sorry. And, like, some of these guys, like, you saw me just completely demolish, Spiramorph with Riku. I think Riku took, like, half or 3/4 of his life in 1 minute. So, like, you know. I am at, where am I at? I'm at Bicanel. So, I'm at Bicanel. The next boss, I think, is going to be Seymour Flux? It's not Flux. Who is the next Seymour fight at Bethel? Or actually, is it Seymour? No, it's Everett on the airship. So, Everett on the airship. I don't think Everett has elemental weaknesses, so I would need to probably. It's Omega? Ah. So it's probably Grenade at Mount Gagaset. Or Sanarkin. Or it's probably in Sin. Alright, what did I just do? I gave Brimstone, right? No, I gave Burning Soul. Brimstone! Oh, Grenade is Gagaset? Okay. I mean, they're super weak to fire, so, you know, it might be good there. I don't know if that's gonna help against Seymour Fair. Oh, Flame is Calm Lamps. Oh. That might actually be good, then. Burning Soul, or Brimstone, is gonna be Bomb Fragment, or... yeah, Bomb Fragment with the Silence Grenade, Sleeping Powder, etc., etc. So, Bomb Fragment. Let's go ahead and get the Bomb Fragment. And we're gonna get one of these. I have beaten, all of them in this version of the game. Am I gonna do it on the Final Fantasy X HD Remaster version? Probably not. Because Dark Aeons requires so much freaking grinding, it's ridiculous. Brimstone. Boom. 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 So it does 3 hits. But you saw, it also gives statuses. So it does 3 hits of fire damage, as well as poison, blind, silence, and sleep for 3 turns. Let's go with Abaddon Flame. Abaddon Flame is with Ball Fragment, and with, like, say, Dream Powder, Chocobo Feather, etc. So let's go with, Dream Powder. That's a Brimstone. That's supposed to be Bomb Core with that, my bad. You can use Bomb Core. Sorry, Bomb Core with a Dream Powder. Abaddon Flame. Boom! 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 So, it does about the same thing as, say, Brimstone, but it also does cold break, poison, blind, silence, and sleep for 3 turns. So the thing is, the rest of the abilities are all the same. They're just different elements. So we're just gonna go through. Actually, do I need to go through? Let me look. Like, Thunderbolt. Okay, so the thing is, they're all the same. So like, for say, what is it? For, like, is it Bomb Fragment? For, like, Heat Blaster, you use Bomb Fragment or Bomb Core with the antidote soft, right? If you want to get Thunderbolt, which is the same as Heat Blaster, but lightning, you use the Electro Marble or Lightning Marble. And then you just swap out the first item for the element for the respective thing. So, like, Electro Marble with antidote will give you, you know, Thunderbolt. Which is very good. I want to see something. Did I do like double Electro Marble? Wait, what happens if you do double Electro Marble? That was comfortable. Rolling Thunder. That's how I like absolutely destroyed Spirit Morph. So Electro Thunder or Rolling Thunder is 2 of those together. So if you want to get like if you don't have like any antidotes or stuff, you can just use 2 of the same item, I guess. Honestly, that's ideal, I think. Just use 2 of the same item and get the higher one. So use like 2 Bomb Fragments, and that's to get you what's it called? Firestorm. Yeah, there's Firestorm. So you can just do that. So let's see if we do 2 of each item. So what does this give us? That's Ultra Potion. That's good, okay. How about 2 High Potion? Vitality. That's bad. Don't do that. 2 X Potion. Bad. That's very bad. This is bad. 2 Mega Potions. Two Mega Potions is honestly very good. Okay. Okay. What if we do 2 Ethos? Double MP of the higher party. Okay. That's not bad. How about double Turbo? Double Turbo's not worth using. Okay. Double Phoenix is Mega Phoenix, okay. What's double Mega Phoenix, then? Final Phoenix. Okay, that's actually worth using. If you do Mega Phoenix and Phoenix. Okay, that gives you Mega Elixir. How about double Elixir? Mega Elixir? Yeah. And I bet double Mega Elixir gives you Final Elixir. Ew! 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 That's terrible! Don't ever do double Mega Elixir. I mean, that's not bad if you need that. And I'm assuming that's gonna do that for like all of them. Yeah, so there's Panacea. And I'm assuming that, you know, they're all gonna do that, yeah. What? 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 Why is it not working now? That was weird. So... how about Echo Stream? Disgusting. Okay, so all of that does that. How about the Holy Water? Okay. Not worth it. How about Remedy? Yeah, so if you need AoE restore, you can do that, but that's terrible. Double power? I mean, that's not bad, and I'm assuming it's gonna do that for all of the distillers. How about Albed? Ultra Potion, that's not bad, but like, eh. Healing Water. Oh, damn! Okay, double Healing Water is very good. That's a very good one if you need to double up on something. Double Hydra. Okay, it's the same thing. Wait, that was Super Elixir. And then, what does double Ice Gem do? Ice Ball. That's a very long animation. Okay, so we know that that happens with all of that. What was Double Grenade? Why does Double Grenade do that? What? Double Grenade does that? Why? Why did the grenades become water? That's weird. Damn, that's actually really strong. Okay, and I'm assuming it's gonna do that for like all of those. Yeah, I think it's just gonna do that for all of those status, stuff. Right? Yep. Okay, how about... we're probably going to be wrapping up because I think we already went through all of the stuff that we need to go through. Yeah. I'll be honest, there are some very good mixes, but I'm not sure how I'm going to utilize some of these. Because here's the thing. You don't really want to use a mix for regular encounters. You kind of want to save the mixes for bosses. So the first boss, who's the first boss you get to fight with Riku? Who is the first boss? You get Riku at the Moonflow. Then you go to Guar Salam. Then you go to the Thunder Plains. And after the Thunder Plains is... Macalania. So the first boss you fight is Spiramore, and we know how to deal with Spiramore. You use the same elemental item whenever it's whenever it's weak to destroy it. Oi? Oi what? What? Why are you saying oi? Why are we saying oi? What? And then after that, we fight Seymour and Anima. Honestly, I don't know what mix is good against Seymour. I mean, having my G is good. But I don't know if there's... He's just going, I? Which apparently is also a Macarena joke. Also, that was not the Japanese version, by the way. That was ad-libbed in the English version, the Macarena joke. I don't remember what was the Japanese version. So... I feel like when it came to Seymour and Anima, He was so cheap. I see. Yeah, I can't think of any good mixes. I mean, usually elemental mixes might be good against them. I actually don't remember if Anima resists any of the elements, so... After that, you fight Wendigo. I don't remember if Wendigo is weak to fire. If he's weak to fire... You know what? I can very easily go check if he's weak to fire. Let me go see. Wendigo! Were you weak to fire? What's your elemental resist? What's your elemental resist? Why can I not find your elemental resist? Are you not weak to any elements? He's not weak to any elements. Okay. Yeah, it really, like, unlike Final Fantasy V, where it's like, okay, I can use this and just completely new her, like, every fight in the game. I was looking at Wendigo. Wendigo doesn't seem to have any elemental weakness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the game now. We don't need the game open now. We're pretty much done. We got game. Away with the game. So I'm also going to put on a little bit of music here, just so, you know, we're not just here, sitting here in the void. So yeah, like, I guess you could throw, like, a double elemental thing at him, and, you know, that'll work. Kinda like what I did with Spirimorph. Like, the problem is, like, while Riku does have some good mixes, it feels like a lot of the good stuff isn't until end game. I mean, you could probably just nuke the crap out of everything with a double map. That's probably the best thing, unless they have elemental weakness. Then you use double of their, elemental item and nuke them. If you're gonna go offensive. And if you're gonna go defensive, then you just use, like, Mighty G or Super Mighty G or, you know, that stuff. Honestly, if I were to compare the mixes from Final Fantasy V, the mixes of Final Fantasy X, I feel like Final Fantasy V is stronger. Just by the sheer virtue of when you get mixed and how you can do mix. I feel like there's also a lot more variety. I feel like there's a little bit more variety in 5. Like, don't get me wrong, 10 has variety, but it's like, it does this, and then it does this, but a little bit more. It does this, but it does a little bit more. You know, it kind of just upgrades 4 times the same ability. Which isn't a bad idea, don't get me wrong, but like, you know, Final Fantasy V had like, okay, I adjust your levels up and down. I change your height to heavy. I change your height to dragon. I give you elemental immunity to fire, ice, lightning. I do 666 damage. I fully revive you and fully heal your MP. I restore 150 MP. You know, it does a whole bunch of unique stuff. And you know, it's like, I do instant death. I make you berserk while doing damage. No, wait, that's combined. I do berserk and blink. I do blind without missing. You know, all that stuff. Like, and you don't have to worry about using it once in a while. You can just use mix whenever in FF5. That's probably why it's overdrive. because they realized that Mitts was broken in FF5. They didn't want to have an FF5 scenario. But on the other hand, because they did that, it makes it a little bit, it makes it a lot harder to use. And, getting the items is a lot harder, I feel. Am I mistaken in that? Like, I'm not mistaken in that, right? Like, I never really got to use it much at all in any of my other playthroughs. I kind of want to use it more in this, but like, you know, it's just like, do I really want to? Do I really want to? Give me just a second, if you will. Give me 1 second. Oh, I see who our main character is in the new Castlevania, by the way. Give me just a second. Give me just a second. I'm checking a couple things real quick. We're checking a couple things real quick. Also, guys! Hey, guys! Hey, guys! Happy 6-7 day! How's your 6-7 day going, huh? Huh? Yes, I've been hearing about this all day. No, I hate this meme. Why I hate this meme? Why can't FF make Bloom good? Bloom was good in FF5. Bloom was super good in FF5. It was super broken in FF7. It was super broken in FF8. FF9 and FF10, Blue Magic isn't really that great, though. Simply because FF10, it's a limit break that you can't really abuse. And FF9, like, I just didn't see any use for Quina's limits, like, ever. Like, Quina's limits were kinda not, or, limits. Blue Magic was kinda just not good. Like, ever. They're kinda terrible in 9 and 10. But yeah, so that's it for, the mixes for today. I don't see anyone streaming. I mean, Henya's doing Lego Batman Legacy of the Night. Dark Knight, but like, that's all I see streaming. Nobody else is streaming. Biju's gonna do Forza Horizon 6, which, I mean, meh? That's at 10 p.m.? And then Mint's gonna be doing Deadly Premonition at 7 p.m. But, like, nobody else is streaming. At all. Victoria Roman is gonna be doing her, endurance stream today, too. I don't remember what time that is. But yeah, like, nobody's streaming. I think the old guy from Cringe from the 6-7 meme. Quentin would be good for one. Like, yeah. Also, I saw the clip in, from Biju playing Biju in Idol Showdown. Of course they had to put that in the game. Why? We can't get away from the bad memes, guys. We can't get away from the bad memes. The bad memes do not go away. The bad memes do not go away, ever. It's like, oh, please, make the bad memes go away. So, we got VTuber hats in Idol Showdown. I saw that. And yeah, VTuber's always been cringe. Because, you know, VTuber is, you know, she's a zoomer. VTuber is literally just a zoomer, or Bijou. I'm used to calling her Bijou instead of VTuber. I know everyone calls her VTuber, but I just call her Bijou. I don't even know how VTuber even started. I don't even remember when that started or why that started. Anyways, so that is it for, today. Tomorrow, this is not the schedule. Tomorrow will be... What's going on here? I don't know why that popped up. Yeah, B-Joe. Tomorrow will be Final Fantasy N with Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth on Tuesday. Wednesday, we're going to be doing, Fighting Vipers 2. And then Thursday, it's going to be DMC Devil May Cry. Friday will be more Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. Saturday, we'll do Kasatsugon. I didn't do it yesterday because I was super busy with stuff. Next Sunday is either going to be, Return Ho-Ho, which is more than likely so I could get that out of my hair. Or it's gonna be, more speedrun learning. Or it's gonna be something else. I don't know. I will talk to Hate about it off stream. Now with that said, I already said who is streaming. You know what? I will redirect to someone. Because I always want to try to redirect people now. Just who, you know... Even if, you know, I don't have really that many people watching, redirecting people is always, you know, good. It looks like the only one I can redirect who is Mint. Really? Okay, so I guess we'll redirect Mint. So Mint, we will redirect who? Give me just a second, if you will. 1 second. Okay, so we'll redirect her. I don't know if I'm going to be doing anything tonight. I might do Final Fantasy V. Assuming that nothing else is happening. Because I do want to continue that. The rest of the game shouldn't really be that hard, I feel. Like, I'm honestly surprised at how fast I'm going through Final Fantasy V. Also, you know how I want to do the no encounters thing? Supra one-up that. He did, no EXP and no AP, I believe. Let me see what he did. Let me see what the hell that challenge was. Because I know he did like a no EXP, no AP thing, I believe. When was this? When was this? I'm looking for it now. I'm looking for it. Where is it? I know you did. I watched the video. Where is it? Where is it, Supra? I saw it. I saw you do the challenge. Yeah. no EXP, no AVP, no Rob Break, and no Guild Hoss. So he did this at level 1 without using Rob Breaks or Guild Hoss and no AVP. I kind of want to do that just to, max him, but, he also understands how the game works better than I do. I should probably start with the no encounters first, and then go from there. That's probably the ideal thing to do, am I right? Give me just a second. Go back up there. Alright, so I think we're going to call it there for today. I'm going to turn this music off now, since I am going to be stalking away with you. Alright, so until next time, everyone, whatever that may be, you all have a great rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, night. I will only steal that from anyone else we're talking about. And I will catch you all on the flip side of the void. Take care, have a great rest of your day, and or night. And hopefully this helps you learn a little bit about Riku's mixes. I know it was a little bit not concise, but I didn't know what to look for. Hate helped a lot with giving me a better sight with the more common uses of the mixes. That made it a lot faster. But again, most of those mixes, I don't even know when I would use most of those outside the elemental stuff and Potato Master. Alright. I will catch you whenever I see you, probably tonight for Final Fantasy V. Until next time, everyone.